Oh, you were
Happy
jamming.
New Year.
Ooh,
Happy New
I mean, is
Year.
this crazy? It's 2025. I mean,
Uh,
I literally went on my phone. I was thinking to you, I was like, because I wanted to check something. I was like, wait a second, is it really 2025? No,
mm,
because I had to go online because I was thinking, man, I was like, because I'm thinking, I don't know if you know, do you know anything, Jackie? Like I know Connor was supposed to come out with the new ship 2027. I was like, I haven't heard nothing yet.
I haven't heard anything yet for the 2027. I know that they have like 8 ships coming out.
Yeah, they got
This
what,
ship,
27,
this
28, 29,
Yeah,
30.
this year, as far as I know, in April, the MSC World Europa or America, I think the World America is coming
World America.
World America.
out. In August, Start of the Seas. In November, Celebrity Excel is coming out. And I think Luna is coming also, but I don't know if Luna is this year or next year.
And I know
NCL Luna.
the Aqua too.
Yeah, the Aqua's coming out this year. I think NCL Luna is next year.
Yeah, the Aqua is in April. It's leaving somewhere out of Florida. I think it's April. It leaves out
Yeah.
Florida. Then it comes to New York, I think, at the end of August, beginning of September.
But happy New Year's, everybody. Welcome back to season 2 of Across the Waves.
Definitely.
And it's just going to be great. This year's going to be great. Like, I already love the intro.
Season 2, but year 3.
The what again?
Season 2, but year 3. Because we started.
I know. Crazy, right? Season 2, year 3.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome in, Will G. Thank you so much for being here. And Mama Nancy, thank you so much for being here. I get to actually meet Nancy this year in April, and I'm actually looking forward to that meetup and spending some time with Nancy, with Donnell and Jen, and some other people from Traveling with Tina.
That's really good.
I literally just spoke to her today, and I think she said she's just about done paying off the cruise.
Yeah, because mine has been paid since November. Whoop whoop! I paid mine in November. I got that out of the way because I have this big, humongous cruise situation in June.
You do? Oh no!
I know, right?
I have that same problem too. No, yeah, we do have that. We have that situation going on.
Welcome in, Angie. Thank you so much for being here today. We're just giving a little bit of time for people to come into the show. Happy New Year's to everybody again. So
Happy New Year's.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. Today, you guys are going to see a lot of new stuff on Across the Way. All the intros for everything that we do are all new. Today, we're going to be in the port of Cape Town. So it's going to be a lot of fun, you know.
Cape Town.
When I was looking up Cape Town, I was like, oh, look at this story. Looks good, this, that. And then underneath it says UK. I was like, there's a Cape Town in UK.
There you go. I didn't even know that, but that's weird because all my research, actually, the actual Cape Town that came out was South Africa. So thank God, at least, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to because a lot of times I'll just put the name of the port and then I'll go to the news story. But all these news stories were showing up for like the United Kingdom. I mean, you know, it said UK. I assume that means United Kingdom, unless UK is part of South Africa, which I never heard about this.
No, you were right. Yeah, no.
I have a question for you guys. So, what was the hardest thing about this port?
To be honest, I didn't find anything. Do you want me to be honest with you? I found a lot of information. I was very surprised of how much there is to do. Like it was like crazy.
Well,
yeah, Cape Town is a lot.
See, the one thing that a lot of people don't know is South Africa is one of the most diverse countries in all of Africa, right? Because a lot of all the parts of Africa have a lot of people over there are darker complexion of people, and a lot of them up there could be a part of like these tribes and all that stuff, depending on where they're from,
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
And I feel like I had that same concept too. You know, we think of Africa, we just think about desert. We think about, like Like you said, kind of sort of. It's like how do you call it? Like ignorant thinking up to a certain point, but it's stuff that you don't think about. But when I saw it, like you said, I saw all the diversity.
Right.
I saw all this, color. Then I was like, what is this? It's so beautiful. I'm like, yes, I want to go.
Oh, I know, and it definitely. I mean, it is. I mean, I would like to go, on a cruise to Africa one day. I mean, it's not it's not a bucket list thing, but the one thing I know some doing, which I will show everybody. I know some doing the research here. We're so used to the American cruise lines that go there, right? All the cruise lines.
Right.
Right. You're not going to get those cruise lines going there often. I mean, I think I saw one of them maybe in 1 month.
Right.
One ship of all the American cruise lines going there.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Harlan. How are you, sir? Welcome in
Harlan.
and Happy New Year's. Welcome in, Cruise Nuts.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's to you and Miss Tracy. It's always nice to have you guys here today. Well, I guess we should start the show, right? Look, Jeff D's over there under the weather, so he's drinking a little tea.
I got my tea. I got my cough drops, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what's going on over here.
He partied too much around the New Year's.
I wish. That's not even part of that. I wish I partied. I was pretty chill for my New Year, so yeah.
You sure that's only team there? There ain't no like whiskey in that, a little shot of that to make you feel better?
No,
I know he got some.
Hold on. Wait, so
he got some vodka in there.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh,
That's
sad.
all you're showing. You're not showing everything else. Like, what else did you put in there?
Well, that stays within whatever the other stuff is in here.
You got the bottle right under the
table. Don't give my secrets away. Thank you. Right.
We are now 93 watches away from 100. That's right. Woo.
There you go.
Hey.
Yes, we are.
I love Harlan. He's saying, look, we got to get it together, peeps. We got to get it together.
Yes.
PK Adventures, welcome in, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year's to you and your family.
Happy New Year, PK Adventure Travels.
I hope your New Year wish is a good wish, and it comes true. See, my wish every year is to hit a lottery.
Amen.
That is true. All right, so we're gonna start our show today. We're gonna talk a little bit about the history of Cape Town. So let's get to it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the intros. They're really cool. And by the way, little shout out, Jeff D, thank you so much for all of our intros for the show.
You're welcome.
Hopefully you guys like them. Put it in the comments if you guys like them.
Let us know, right?
Yeah, and if there's something we have to tweak, let Jeff know. He'll be more than happy to tweak.
I will be more than happy to tweak.
All right, guys. So here we go. Well, welcome back, guys, to another Across the Wave show. Today, we are porting at the Cape Town, which is in Africa. And let me tell you guys, I had a lot of fun. Actually, I'm learning a little bit about this history of this port. And there's a lot, from back in the time to what it is today. So I'm going to give you some information and things like that of this history. And hopefully you guys can kind of like gather your information a little bit. First of all, Happy New Year's to everybody. This is our season 2 of Across the Wave. So here we go. History of Cape Town. I couldn't believe all the cool stuff and things that have, evolved during the years of the history of this port. And while I was reading a little bit, I'm going to give you a little bit of information as of when the arrival of the Europeans back in 1488. So this goes right back to the Europeans. So the first European to reach the Cape Town were the Portuguese, believe it or not, guys. They arrived in 1488 after journeying, after the long journey south along the west coast of Africa. They recorded European sightseeing of Cape Town. by Vasco da Gama in 1497 while he was searching for a route that would lead directly to from Europe to Asia. You know, a little bit about going a little bit forward on that. In 1652 was the arrival of the Dutch. So maybe you guys didn't even know that all these different, you know, nationalities do live in that area. The area fell out of regular contact with the Europeans until 1652, when Jan van Riebeeck and other employees of the Dutch East India Company were sent to Cape to establish a halfway station to provide fresh water, vegetables, and meat for passing ships traveling to and from Asia. So could you imagine that's what they went there to do in 1652? So during that time, you know, there was like all this going back and forth. They needed the fresh water, the vegetables, meats, you know, while they were traveling from one place to another. I can even imagine going back into that time and kind of like being in the moment of finding all these different lands and things like that. I think it was marvelous, you know, to be honest. Going a little bit further in the 1700s, by 1752, the population of the settlement of Cape had reached 5,510 Europeans and 6,729 slaves. But in 1780, France and Great Britain went to war against each other. The Netherlands entered the war on the French side, thus a small garrison of the French troops were sent to Cape to protect it against the British. The troops, however, left by 1784, and by 1795, however, the Netherlands was invaded by France on the VOC and completed financial ruin. So that's what happened in the 1700s and that kind of a century. Between the 1800s and the 1900s, so we're trying to move a little bit forward, under the terms of the peace agreement between Britain and France, the Cape was returned back to the Dutch in 1802. 3 years later, however, the war resumed and the British returned their garrison to Cape after defeating the Dutch forces at the battle during that period of time. So during that period of time, you know, they went through all of that, and it was really cool to see how a little bit of the South Africa history started changing and evolving during that time. So it was really nice. They had elected their first parliament in 1858, and they had the Cape Qualifier franchise where suffrage qualifications applied universally. So they did a lot of different things during that time. As the years continue, as of like by 1948, the National Party stood for election on its policy for racial segregation, later known after the series of Bittercourt constitutional battles. They already limited voting rights to the colored community, and Cape Province were revoked. And in 1966, once the vibrant District 6 era was bulldozed and declared the white-only area. And in recent times, after and back in February 11 of 1990, Nelson Mandela made the first public speech decades from the balcony of the Cape Town City Hall. And as of today, Cape Town is one of the most historical parts in the world for all the different things that they went through during that period of time. Not a lot of ships do end up in Cape Town. Reading through the information that I gather, but the ones that they do make it, they have a lot of really cool, like I saw pictures of the how do you call it, the cruise port, and it has evolved during the time. Like for instance, back in the 1854, a harbor was designed with a breakwater to protect from prevailing swells. Construction work began in 1860, and much of the harbor was dug out of rock, which the breakwater constructed from the dug out of rock while the harbor was still being built. And severe storm, during that 18 ships ashore in one night. So, as the time progressed, if you were to go to Cape Town today, it's a beautiful area. It's super big, a lot of things to do. And I know that Jeffy's going to cover most of that stuff, you know, when he talks about around the port. But it is so amazing to see how this port continued to grow due to the groups, like the bigger ships. They called the convoys. They called the Cape Town during the World War II. And the new basin was extended urgently and completed in 1945. The new harbor construction projects were concluded during that time. So they have the Duncan Dock, the Victoria Basin in that area. So it was really cool to see that. And then in 1962, there was another note that the tanker for basins actually used to port there to pick up and do different types of like negotiations and different things like that during that time. So it's really nice to know that during the years, this area has expanded and grown. And as of today, it's really cool that MSC has some of their ships since 2007. They have a container terminal that was upgraded, which evolved in extending and strengthening the concrete surface to allow containers to be stacked higher, and therefore increasing the numbers of containers that can be stacked. So that happened in 2007. And it is amazing how much, you know, the difference from back in the time, because they started building this port, believe it or not, in 1867. And in 2015, the South African economic decline, reducing cargo volumes moving through the ports and reducing the number of ships calling, because there was a lot of, you know, going back and forth. So that's a little bit of the history that I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the information. And I'm going to pass you over to Keith, and he's going to give you a little bit about the news around the port of Cape Town. So here he comes.
Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm gonna welcome in anybody that we didn't say welcome into. Wherever floats your boat. If we didn't say hello, thank you for coming in. I know I saw Lisa likes to cruise. Came here, so also thank you for coming in. And anybody on my Instagram side, also thank you all for joining in. If you want to join in on the chat from the Instagram side, please come on to the YouTube in order to join in on the chat over here. So welcome to the port of Cape Town, South Africa, not the United Kingdom, obviously. Today was a high of 72, low of 64. It shows that all week long over there, there's gonna be rain every day. So I guess they're getting some rain over there. Gas is $21.34 per liter, which is equal to $1.13 in the United States money. Currently, there are no cruise ships at the port, and the next cruise will be Azamara Quest, and that'll be on January the 15th. But I do want to show you something quick. So at these port, okay, there we go. I just had to check where it was. So at this port, like I said, you don't get a lot of American cruise ships there, right? So the cruise ships you will get is all these. Okay, here we go. No, where is it? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. So it's right here. So over here is an example. So as you see over here, there's really not that many. If you look, the American cruise ships is the NCL Dawn, which is there twice in the month of January. So that's just like an example. So let me go to So it shows January, February, March, April, May, June. And then August, there's nothing, probably because the weather gets too hot over there. So they probably don't want any people really coming over there. So let's just pick June, for example. And let's see. So, yeah, so, wow, you're going to get a lot over there. So one more month. I'll pick November, so where it might be a little bit cooler. Maybe you get some more. So that's another example. So you're really not getting a lot of the other cruise lines, but you are getting like international cruise lines. You're getting the luxury cruise lines over there. So that's something to really think about. Okay, so now let's get to the news stories, which I'm going to present them all to you, because this is what we do over here. Okay, so let's start with this one. A lot of times, okay, yes, I know that. All right, that's nice. So, Ireland joined South Africa genocide case against Israel. Ireland said they will intervene in the case at the International Court of Justice, arguing that Israel's actions in Gaza amounted to collective punishment. Obviously, this whole situation there was obviously, it was really bad for the world, and obviously it was a big major event that happened in the world. Cruise lines did not go up. I think that was the Red Sea over there. So in fear of a terrorist attack. So for the safety of passengers, there were no cruises going to that region. But obviously when there's a war, you're going to see stuff happen like this happen on both sides. I mean, both sides on both countries. So, you never want people to go to war, but this is something that it will happen. So, and let's get to the next one. Okay, I fixed that screen. Okay, so let's go. So there we go. Royal Caribbean International returns to South Africa to avoid Red Sea crisis. So this is an example of what I was just telling you. Royal Caribbean is re-entering South Africa cruise market with Voyager obviously sailing a Cape Town itinerary in late 2025. So this is good news. So it looks like you're going to see ships coming back to the Red Sea. And you might see some going to Israel and all that. So this is really good news for that reason, because cruises bring money to the area, and people don't realize it. It does. It has you go in there with the cruise ship. We all get off on the cruise ship, go shopping. That helps the local economy. It brings jobs for people and everything. So some of these countries that you go to, this is how they make money all year long. So this is something that's going all around the world. No matter where you live, there's always going to be issues with immigration. So over here, they have their issues with immigration, which has to do with the Zimbabwe border, not order, border. Okay. So it's the only way the migrants may face off along the South African and Zimbabwe border. South African military enhanced border operations along the Mpaba River to halt smugglers and illegal crossings from Zimbabwe. Let's get in Musina, South Africa, every day. Fazza Musadina walks across the border between Zimbabwe and South Africa, sometimes via the official border post, but usually by taking the more dangerous and former route. Streams of men, women, children readily cross the bridge, separating the two countries, but for the 43-year-old mother of three, it is necessary so she can earn enough to fend for her children. Yeah. So this is actually a lot of people don't know it, but this is stuff that you see going around the world everywhere, not just in the United States and all the borders. Whenever you have a country that's not doing well and the other country next to it is doing better, people will try to get in there for a better life. And let's go down to the chat, see if anybody else has shown up. Lisa likes to cruise. I said hello to you. And Angie, we already said hello. And that's about it. So now I'm going to pass this off to, I forgot who's next, Jeffrey. So my mind is blank. So whenever you're ready to come in and put your intro.
I love this music. I'm not gonna lie. It's not because I chose it, but I do like it. Well, here we are for Around the Port. I am super excited with what I'm going to be talking about and showing you guys. Definitely Cape Town surprised me in a really big way. Everything that it has to offer, it is insane. So let's just go ahead and dive into this. So what I'm going to talk about right now would be the cruise terminal. So cruise terminal information. So the Cape Town Cruise Terminal is situated within the perimeters of the E-berth in the Duncan Dock, and it is managed by the V&A Waterfront, which V&A is short for Victoria and Alfred Waterfront. When debarking from the ship, passengers will be able to clear immigration within 20 minutes before making use of the facilities within the terminal building. Now, the Cape Town Cruise Terminal is situated within walking distance of Cape Town's inner city and at the doorsteps of the V&A Waterfront, which offers a variety of shopping, eating, and leisure activities. And V&A Waterfront would be something that would be popping up constantly throughout what I'm going to talk about because it's like a main area for them. Now, unfortunately, the terminal itself does not offer complimentary shuttle service. However, shipping agents can arrange their own shuttle service to and from the V&A Waterfront. Coach drop off and parking is available at the Victoria Wharf Shopping Center, which is 5 to 10 minutes drive from Cape Town Cruise Terminal, and taxis are available at the terminal building as well as Uber. So that's really good to know that Uber is working over there. So you got to get there, you could go ahead and Uber. Additionally to this, you could also use the My City bus system. The bus station isn't really there per se, but it's a few meters away. It's like a 150 meters away. I will include the website for the bus system. Super easy, super straightforward to use. Now, another way to go around Cape Town, which in this case would be more like sightseeing, would be this company that runs the City Sightseeing Cape Town. Now, this would be the open top red tour bus. It will be a hop on, hop off, which is how it's mostly referred. It is by far it's by far the easiest and most convenient way to discover Cape Town. The company has upgraded fleet of new buses, which operate 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, regardless of the weather. Now, there are over 30 stops, making it possible for you to explore over 50 different attractions. You can hop on or hop off, whichever mood you're in for, and then you could take the next bus to continue your trip. Choose whether you want to do a tour of a historic city center, just a sunset tour, or venture to the Constantia Winelands, Kristen Bosch Botanical Gardens, or Hout Bay, or do them all. Some tickets allow you to spread the journey of discovery over the 2 or 3 consecutive days. In addition to this, there can be even walking tours or harbor cruises mixed in that whole thing. So depending on the options that you choose. Now, Live guided tours to the winelands and Cape Point are also available, and I will be talking about Cape Point further on, and the winelands. This is really good. So let's say that your cruise doesn't leave. You get to Cape Town, you still have a few days to explore. You have maybe 2 days prior, or you want to go ahead and do this the other way, where you get off the ship and then you just stay a few extra days, and then you could explore with the hop on and hop off bus to explore all these different sections that that this tour offers. Now, places of interest. So the V&A waterfront, this is the urban waterfront development that has a wide variety of attractions and activities to enjoy. Like I mentioned, this would be something that it's like very common, very like right there off the port, 5-minute walk from the V&A waterfront to the port. Now, some of these attractions that it has would be Two Oceans Aquarium. Pretty self-explanatory. It's an aquarium. The Watershed. This is a local, vibrant craft and design space which is bursting with fresh fashion, art, and flavor. So technically, what it is kind of sort of a very modern, upscale-looking marketplace. It is amazing. The Zeitz Museum of Contemporary Art Africa. This building is insane, and this building used to be a different thing back in the day, and they just revamped it, redid it, and turned it into the Contemporary Art of Africa Museum. Incredible. Now, there's also the Cape Town Diamond Museum, again, self-explanatory museum. There is also the Robben Island Museum, and this is the Nelson Mandela Gateway to Robben Island. So this is a tour of the historical prison where ex-President Nelson Mandela was held captive. Tour starts at the Robben Island Museum at the V&A Clock Tower District, which is a 5-minute walk from the port, which I already explained. There is also the Victoria Wharf Shopping Center. So this is, again, self-explanatory. It's a shopping center featuring more than 450 retail outlet stores, plus restaurants and ocean views. What this kind of reminds me, I don't know if most of you have been or seen, this reminds me a lot of Bayside Marketplace in Miami, where it has like same concept. It's right there next to the cruise port, and it's a shopping center, and then they have like all these stores, which Victoria Wharf does have. Zara, it has Guess, it has Levi's, so it has these stores. Like you could go ahead and check it out. I'm a shopper, by the way. That's why I go definitely recommend this. There is the Cape Wheel. Now, the Cape Wheel is a giant 40-meter observation wheel that offers 360 degrees panoramic views of Cape Town from the V&A waterfront precinct. The wheel features 30 air-conditioned enclosed cabins for sweeping views of Table Mountain, Robben Island, Cape Town city skyline, and the Cape Town Stadium. The wheel runs 12 to 15 minutes, and it does a 4-revolution ride. So how it goes is it takes 15 minutes to do a full loop, and it does 4 loops. So let's say it's 15 minutes, that'll be approximately an hour. So 15, then another 15 is 30. So that's how it goes. So it's kind of like an hour ride. So it does 4 revolution routes. Kind of interesting. Now, Table Mountain aerial cable. Now, this cable takes you to the top of Table Mountain in under 5 minutes. What makes this interesting is that the cable car is rotating, has a rotating floor, and it ensures that people gets a 360-degree aerial view of the city. Now, the maximum capacity of this is 65 persons. I don't know if that has changed. I do notice that they changed like the design of these. So while I was looking for some pictures, while I was looking for some information, I did notice that some of them look like flowers and other ones were kind of like yellow. So I think it varies depending on the year. Another thing to be looking into or sightseeing and to explore would be the Castle of Good Hope. This is a 17th century colonial fort that was originally located on the coastline, but now it's located inland due to land reclamation. So that goes to show you how within time, the water lines has receded, and then it no longer was on the coastline as it used to be. So now you could see it, and then around it you see whatever modern stuff is happening. Other places of interest that I did find were the Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens, which I did mention earlier. The Cape Point. Cape Point is the farthest extreme point of the bay of that Cape Town area. This includes the new Cape Point Lighthouse. It also has a luxury restaurant. This is a place where you could go and take spectacular pictures with great views. I mean, it is amazing what they offer and show. It's great for, like I said, just pictures in general. Like if you want the scenic pictures, you got them right there. There's also the Gru Constantia, which is also part of what I had mentioned earlier, within the Hop On and Hop Off, where you could go ahead and visit the wine lands. And this particular one, the Gru Constantia, is the oldest wine estate in South Africa. Now, of course, South Africa also offers beaches. So Cape Town, in this case, has Clifton Beach, or beaches, because it's divided by 4 beaches. So it's kind of like funny because it says Clifton first, Clifton second, Clifton third, Clifton fourth. And I was like, oh, wow. And they're all literally right there next to each other. There's Camps Bay Beach. There's also Blouseberg Strand, there's Muizenberg Beach, and then Boulders Beach. Now, Boulders Beach is a little bit further away from Cape Town itself. This Boulders Beach also has penguins. Penguins. I was like, what? So they look super cute. If this is something that you're interested in, definitely this would be something to look at and be a part of. It's incredible and insane. So I will go ahead with all this information that I have. I will include these websites that I found. I have them all. I will include them in the chat so that way you guys could go ahead and take a look. And as of right now, that's all I have for Around the Port. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I will be leaving, like I mentioned, the websites down in the chat. Definitely take a look at them, since they do offer additional information such as hours of operations and pricing. So take a look at that. And in the meantime, now let's see what else Cape Town has to offer in regards to excursion and restaurants. So go ahead, Keith, take it away.
Hello, everyone. I was just checking something here. So to give you an idea on how big South Africa is, I just Googled it real quick. The square miles is 471,000 square miles. So it's bigger than the state of Texas. So it's not one of those ports that you could just go to and, oh, let me go to this port. I could explore this whole port in a day. No, it would take you weeks to explore South Africa. Obviously, the port you could do in a day, but the entire South Africa, nah, that would take weeks. So let's get on to some of these excursions. Okay, so let's start with, since we were just talking about penguins, yes, I did have the penguins up here. I put it up here because I thought this was odd. Penguins in South Africa is hot. They're supposed to be in, like, you know, the North Pole, or like in the cold weather places at the zoos up here. But in South Africa, that was odd. But this is a half-day Boulders, Penguin, and Cape Point small group tour, $46.29 per person. And I will get to the photos real quick. And this is a 4 to 5 hour tour. So let's get to some of these penguins. Look at them. I mean, look at this. So it says Cape of Good Hope, the most southern western point of the African continent. So this is all the way down there. And let's see what other photos that we have. How many? Okay, so we'll look at all of them. This will be quick. Yep, there are monkeys down in South Africa. Those look like little beach houses. Okay, so let's get on to the next What? And yeah, okay. Let's get to the overview. What's included? Hotel pickup, shared guided tour, bottled water, lunch, drinks, gratuities. So that's on the right. That's all that is not included. Entry fees to Flying Dutchman, yes, but you are not the Carnival Flying Dutchman. So he has long gone retired, as we know. And so I mean, price is not bad. I mean, you are getting your money's worth, so it's a really, really good price on that one. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, so those of you who like wine, right? So this is $50 a person, and it says it sells out quickly. Yes, they have wine out in South Africa. It's not just a safari out there like we all think it is. Some of us do. And it's a beautiful place. Oh, those berries are pretty good right there. Those berries, grapes, and all that. Wow, that's gorgeous. I mean, you're literally going to the winery. You got to turn your head sideways. I'm even turning my head sideways to look at that. And they're actually showing these people right here on how they make the wine. Yep, they don't do it the old school way where you got people out there barefoot just stomping away on this. Nope. They actually have machines now that do that. Oh, and you got some cheese where when you do the wine tasting. Not for nothing. I mean, usually wine tests. I've done wine tasting, and they usually give you chocolate or cheeses. But these cheeses, they're not cheap with the cheese over here. I'm not gonna. I'll be honest with you. They are not cheap with the cheeses. Usually, you get like a little small piece of cheese or chocolate. So. I think we are almost. Well, let's go back one. That was a gorgeous view right there. I mean, whoever took this picture, good job with that picture. That was a beautiful picture. And I'm gonna get out of this right now. Okay, so $50 a person. It's a 5-hour tour. So if you're at the port for like 10 hours, and you may be able to do this. Just, all depends on what time this tour starts. And, okay, so now let's get on to the next one. Okay, let's do the safari. You can't go to Africa. Well, maybe thinking of not even, I mean, South Africa, but just Africa in general. Well, thinking about maybe going to safari. I mean, the Lion King looks like he's mad at us, right? He's mad at somebody, Like if you see one of us, run. Elephants, that was my grandmother's favorite animal, right there. I remember I was a kid, I used to always try to get her a little elephant, like stuff, if I went like on vacation and stuff like that. She's telling me that's her favorite animal. And gorgeous pool. I have to see. This is wow. So it's an open thing safari. It's not closed. So, but obviously you can expect that the driver here may have some sort of weapon just in case, like the lions or come close. So for that reason. But you go out there, you're literally going to see all the safari animals and all that. And that's not a place you want to be out there. And do not try to go out there and think that you can walk out there by yourself, especially at night. You will not survive that. And that is a fact. So $148 a person. It's approximately 10 hours. So this is something maybe if you take a cruise that maybe leaves from South Africa, or even if you're not going to cruise, you're just going to go to South Africa, definitely try this at that time. And let's get on to the next one. I mean, this is something I would do. Everyone I showed you, I would do, but this one, I'm telling you, I would not do it. I've never trusted shark cages and all that stuff. So this is shark cage diving and viewing with transport from Cape Town. So you go down, they got cages with the sharks in it. Ever since I watched one of those scary movies where the shark ate the cage and ate everybody in the ocean, I just would not, think about doing stuff. But it's not even just a movie. I just don't think having a shark in the cage is safe. That's just my opinion. But I guess these people, oh my God. I mean, well, you could probably figure what my thought is going. They got 2 kids going down to the shark cages. Wow, that is nuts. That is nuts. I mean, I thought you need to. Oh, so they put you in the cage. I thought that the sharks in the cage. Oh, my fault. So they put you in the cage. All right. So you're going down in the cage, and the sharks swim around you. Which is, oh my God. Well, let's get back to the one I was looking at. So basically, you can see this cage. This person is inside the cage, and the cage, they're going to drop you down. And wow. But like I said, I still would not even try that. So it's $242 a person. It's a 10-hour tour. There's shark cage diving and viewing with transport from Cape Town. So, I mean, but if you're into all the stuff, you got some breakfast, like refreshment, a guide, all that is included. I mean, if you're into all this scuba diving and you really want to try it, you might guess do it, but do it at your own risk. And now, let's get to the fun part. Come on, Ma. Nancy says she would not do it. How about I just put the suit on and I'll throw you down there? You'll be fine. Don't worry. Well, don't worry. The sharks won't bite you, Okay, let's see what we're going to eat. And what was that? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do this one first. It's called the Harbor House Restaurant. I mean, gorgeous place. You see the pictures of that seafood platter. You got a waterfront menu. So I'm gonna get this. Let me just get the waterfront menu. Thought it was up already. Okay, so it's the harbor. So there we go. Remember, it's not $172, $172 in their money. So it's about like $1 up, about like $20 of their money. So you gotta figure. That's what you gotta try to figure, somewhere around that. I mean, but so this is looks like a big seafood place. Seasonal mentioned tataki, lightly seared venison fillet. So venison, if you don't know, that is a deer. I know they had deer out in Africa. They have a sushi bar for everybody who likes sushi, more sushi. So this is basically looks like, okay, so they do have other stuff. They got the ribeye, mussels, calamari. I never had seen calamari for a main course before. So roasted king oyster mushroom. I'm just curious if they have, and wow, they even have more. They got the fish. So salads. Looks like it's rice salad, butter. So yeah, this is definitely, they got a big menu, but it's more of a seafood place. And now let's get on to the next restaurant. And this is called the Grand African Cafe and Beach. So I think this is the menu. Yeah. So I already have the menu set up. Yep. So that's it right there. Let's bring this down. Starters. They have. I'm curious if they have any of these places that have like, I wonder if they have like any of these like safari animals on their dishes. Because like when you go to some of these places, they'll have like deer. If you go all the way up, they have the mooses, stuff like that at the local areas, Well, they got pizza. If anybody wants to try the South African pizza, they do have pretty decent dessert. They got the creme brulee, which it's a hit or miss. If you have it on the Carnival ship, that's a miss in my eyes. So a lot of places do not, some places can make it perfect. If you've ever been to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, they make it down to the perfect way. That was it for them. So this menu wasn't that big. So let's see. Salads. Yeah, so it wasn't really a big menu for that one. And we got one more. Let's just double check. One more to go. So one more, and then we are done. And this is menu. It's called Belly of the Beast. Of the Beast. So that's the reason why I picked it, because of the name. It's called Belly of the Beast, and this is the menu and wine list. So let me see. Can I zoom in a little bit more? Okay, good. So Chef Horn, start wheel for, let's get lunch 12. Okay. I don't know why. Man, I don't know what. Oh, I guess they want to put the menu. All right, let me see if I could go back for everybody. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, I guess they don't have a thing, but I'm gonna give you an idea, show you let me just show you the thing here. Let's see, at least a photo or something. So it's a nice little place where you sit down. It looks like a decent type of place to eat. I mean, I don't even know what animal that is, but it looks like they catch like their own animals, and literally, they feed you that. Let's see. Anything over here? Reviews. Over there, you got a video of them cooking, directions. So let me see if there's any reviews, what people say. And then we will stop this. Let's see. I'm not giving a review. All right. So basically, for some reason, that one would not work. I don't know why. I mean, they have no menu there, but it looks like a decent place. And, so that is it. Tinkerbell and Jeff D, you could come back in.
Hi.
Sorry, Jeff, I caught you at the wrong time.
I know, and I was like choking over here. Sorry.
You want me to take you off for a little bit?
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Well, I was running a poll on my YouTube channel, and only one person answered that they will not go to Cape Town.
What? Who was that?
I don't know.
Did we do a bad job? Is that what it is? Or are they trying to say that we just did
I was like,
a bad job?
Wow.
Also, guys, by the way, I actually fixed my TWT. So if you want to put your link on for your channel, you're now more than welcome to. I actually, while Keith was doing his thing, I was actually fixing that for you guys. Yeah, Cape Town is great.
Yeah, definitely is something to consider. Of going
definitely.
There.
Yeah. Harlan. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Harlan. Yeah, there are Greek restaurants all around Cape Town.
So yeah, I forgot.
You're good.
You have to jot a little note because Harlan loves.
I gotta put a note. I gotta put a sticky note.
Yeah, put a sticky note and make sure you always have a Greek restaurant for Harlan to check out.
Right.
that might move him into going to Cape Town just to check out that restaurant.
So eventually soon I think we're gonna do a river port.
Ooh.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah. I gotta look up some ports, that have rivers. But I'm on one side just only have rivers. Like Amsterdam is a big river port, but it also is a big other cruise port.
Let me know when you're ready for that river.
Well, I gotta figure out which one, and if there's anyone out there who's been on a river cruise and you know one of the ports that were really good, let us know.
Actually, weirdly so that you mentioned this, I am actually working with one of my clients that he's also doing that. So I am trying to get one of our Expedia experts on river cruising, because that's all she does is river cruise, to do a conference with my clients. So let me know if you want to be part of that, and maybe you can ask her some questions and stuff like that, and you could be part of that conference.
I will let you know.
Yes.
Definitely.
Interesting.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do an across the wave in Cape Town.
Listen, I'm down.
So, like a year ago, I almost had a cruise director come on my channel. He was a worker for the Ace American Cruise Lines. Yeah. So he used to be a cruise director with Carnival, and he went to the American Cruise Lines.
Oh, nice.
And I remember I almost had him, but then obviously he told me he couldn't do it, and obviously it was probably because they wouldn't his job wouldn't allow him.
Yeah, that's the problem when it comes, because when I did my live stream yesterday and I was asking people who you guys want me to bring into the live stream, a lot of people said John Hill. And in order to, it's not because John Hill wouldn't do it. The problem is all the red tape you got to cross with Carnival before that person comes into something like that. It's just crazy. So I think it's easier that you get on the ship and interview him for a few minutes on your channel. Then you getting him on a live stream.
To do it. And if you're going to ask some questions, obviously he's coming on. You're going to ask questions. Obviously, they're going to probably want to know every question you ask. They're going to want to be prepared to make sure there's nothing else gets added to that. You're not going to try to make it. They don't want you to make him look bad, because you make him look bad, it makes them look bad.
Right, exactly. Right.
It's like pre-approved, preset questions, so that
way.
Like you might even have your
a lot of red tape.
You might have your own list of questions you're going to ask them, and then
they might even tell you can't even ask these questions.
They're like, no, we're not scratch. No, we're not doing that. Thank you.
These are the questions you could ask him, and that's it. You got.
How was your day? How was your day? How do you feel about this, instead of like, why is this happening? Right.
Hi, Michael. Happy New Year's. You might want to check out the replay, because
so I got
almost at the end of the show.
Is that Michael Patterson, the author?
I know. I don't think so.
Everybody, I see his name, I think about like the.
Well, you know what? I never asked him if he was or not. Maybe Michael. Are you?
I guess when I was a kid, there used to be all these Michael Patterson books.
Like, no, he wishes.
We used to have to read it. I want to.
Look, Michael says, no, I wish.
I can't get an autograph now.
I know, right? Michael, we need your autograph.
That was short-lived, very short-lived.
I know. Guys, I know that Miss Nancy is one of the winners for Across the Way from last year. I'm going to be sending out the packages this Saturday for sure. I already have all the boxes and everything ready. I was supposed to send it last Saturday, but they didn't have enough boxes to fit everything that I needed. So I will be putting those in the mail. So Keith, get with me.
Text you
the address. Yeah.
I got Will. I got Harlan. Okay, I got Will. I got Harlan. I have Nancy. And there was, I forgot, who was the fourth one?
It was Muncie.
Muncie one.
And I gotta get Muncie's, right?
Yep.
So that I can send all these packages. They're already prepared and ready to roll. I just gotta go early on Saturday and drop them off in the post office.
Instagram. What'd you do to me, Instagram? So basically, I didn't know this. If your live stream goes longer than 1 hour, they kick you off the Instagram.
Oh wow!
It just went over. So, oh wow!
That's crazy. That is no bueno.
That's rude.
Yeah,
that is no bueno.
Disconnected the stream. They currently disconnect streams after 1 hour for most users.
Oh wow!
So
and guess what, guys? I don't know if you guys actually noticed, but there's only one more program of Across the Way, so we got to come up with more ports. But next week we're gonna be in St. Lucia. Ooh.
Oh, we're close. We're close. Okay.
Yeah, that's our last port. We got to. So we're gonna go to St. Lucia. I can't wait because I can't wait to show you guys the two different oceans, Atlantic and the Caribbean, side by side. It is so pretty. So it's going to be a lot of fun from the port of St. Lucia. So come with all your questions, jot it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoy the new season of Across the Wave, all the cool intro. Jeffy, thank you again for helping Across the Wave with the new intros. I think we started off a really good year fresh, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely fresh, yes.
Definitely. And actually, we have another surprise for you guys because we actually have an outro as well. So
yeah.
But we do.
So we are getting better with the videos. It's looking more professional now.
I know we're getting it together finally. Good night, Miss Lisa. Thank you so much for being here.
Good night, Lisa.
Good night, and I wish you a very happy New Year's. Many travels, many travels for this year for everybody.
Many travels, yes, indeed.
Many
travels.
Remember, every year, everybody travels. I mean, even you don't just have to go on a cruise to travel. You can just take I live, I'm in Westchester. I could take a 3-hour drive to Lake George, stuff like that. Or if you like the casinos, take a drive to your local casino and have a weekend.
Or you can take a 19-hour drive to Florida. Come visit us over here,
There you go. See?
With some bagels.
With my bagels.
Yes, with bagels. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you very much.
I can't forget about
Yes, don't forget.
And really quickly, I'm just going to put this plug out there.
19-hour drive. I probably eat them on the way.
Yeah, but make sure you got reserved for for you and then extra.
I got to put it in the trunk so that I don't.
You don't reach out.
Really quickly, I'm just going to put this plug out there for you guys since I'm a travel agent. We are in the wave season, guys. This is the best time between January and March 31st, I think it is where you get the best deals, and sometimes you get onboard credit discounts on deposits and things like that. So if you're looking for something like that, hit me up, 813-608-2935 or J.A. Gonzalez at expediacruises.com. And I'd be more than happy to assist you with that. I actually helped some customers today, and they were very happy. They're going on Royal, on Utopia of the Seas, and Icon of the Seas.
Of course. Yes.
Actually, you know what? It wasn't bad for Icon the week of November 3rd. It was a party of 3 for $4,200 on an ocean view balcony. Not bad at all. Yeah, that is a really good price for Icon, because you pay more than that for your cruise.
For mine was crazy. And all I got was inside. Well, I got a view to the Central Park, but it was an interior. It wasn't even.
This one is an ocean view balcony.
Right. So and I paid
that is a good
more.
price for 3 people. So guys, so we are in wave season. If you guys need anything or have any questions or anything like that, just give me a call. I'd be more than happy to assist. Just make sure that you do plan any cruise vacations at least a year to a year and a half in advance, so that you guys not only get a good cabin, but a good price and whatever perks they're going through during that time. Do you guys have anything else, Keith, for you?
and that also gives you time to save a little bit extra money for the.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's true.
Right. I always like the book like at least a year and ahead of time. You know, sometimes you don't. You know, sometimes it's just fun to do it. But I like the book a decent amount of time so I can save a little bit extra money for the casino.
Yeah, Jeffy and I are feeling it right now. We got this celebrity ascent coming down. It's like creeping in, like
it is creeping in. I gotta do my final payments and finish organizing a few things. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've been looking at excursions, hotels, all sorts of stuff. I'm about 90% completed. I have all my flights. I have all my hotels. I got my Paris flight, cruise book, transportation. Now I got to get the tickets to Disney, tickets to see the Colosseum, tickets to see the Vatican. It's just a lot. It's like a whole list of things that we got to do. We're plowing through.
The Colosseum, I would love to see. You know, that's some. Those are the two. I would want to see the Colosseum and Vatican.
Yes. I'm going to see, Keith, what I can find for you in the Vatican.
Hide a duck. You should hide a duck.
Oh my God. Not hide a duck in the Vatican. Could you imagine hiding a duck in the Vatican?
Why not?
That's a good idea. A traveling with Tinkerbell duck in the Vatican. I get called. Could you imagine I get a call from the Vatican? Ma'am, you don't lost your ducks here?
They'll probably find you, like, ma'am.
So talk about ducks. The one time I was getting off at the port in Bermuda, right? I had a duck in my school bag. The guy searched my whole school bag, thinking he thought I had like a bomb in my school bag. He's going like this in the school bag, like on the seams. I'm like, this guy. I think I have wires in there. Something. What's going on? and then he finds the duck, and he goes, "Well, what is this?" I was like, "It's a duck." He goes, "Why you?" The guy goes, "Why you have a duck?" And then I had to explain to them what people do on cruises. I was like, "Yeah, on the cruises, you hide the ducks. People find it. You know, it's a thing that goes on the cruises." Listen, all right, go. I was like, "Am I gonna get arrested for a duck?"
That's crazy.
Really quickly, Michael had a question about the new visas. The new visas are not in effect yet for the EU, which is Europe. It's only for the UK right now. So if and when, before we leave, if they actually put the people that are going to Europe need a visa, then it's something that you do online. And I think the cost is anywhere between $12 and $18. And it's a 3-year visa that gets connected to your passport. So it's not like if they send you something, it is actually with your passport and you get it for 3 years. But, you know, as a TA, I'm keeping an eye on that because I think end of last year, we got the email about the UK needing visas. But where we are going, we're not even touching the UK. So far, we're all in Europe because we're going out of Rome to Italy to Spain. And that's not part of the UK. Now, if we were stopping in the UK, then yes, we would need it. But we just got to keep an eye on to make sure that they don't change that and add the EU. And if they do, then yeah, we're going to have to. And it's something that you process online and it takes a few days to get. So it's not like a big deal.
Yeah, not bad.
Jeffy, do you have anything for your channel? Anything that you're doing?
No, I officially started my channel. I don't know who's been watching, but yeah, I just officially started. This was my first video.
So this is his first video. So if you want to check out Escapades with Jeffy, you can probably...
with Jeffy. Right. So if you guys want to check out Escapades with Jeffy, I will be processing a few videos. I will probably be putting up my Wonder of the Seas, my Icon of the Seas, and all my stuff. I will be putting up those. Check me on Facebook and Instagram. You guys can do that as well. I appreciate it.
And also, for those of you that don't know and are new here to Across the Way, Jeffy is also a part now of Traveling with Tinkerbell. He's also my second editor, and he's the one that did all of our intros. So Jeffy and I have been friends for a long time.
Yes,
and so we're helping each other out, and that's what we do in the community. Oh my God, Robert Granham, how are you? Cruising on the high seas and travel. It's weird that you came in as yourself today, Robert, but thank you so much for being here.
Now you're
welcome.
I know. Now you got 2 subscribers. See, Jeffy, you're growing already. Look at that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You doubled.
Thank you.
But yeah, guys, so thank you guys so much for being here today. Check out our channel, subscribe if you have not subscribed, like this Across the Wave live stream, because every time you like the Across the Wave live stream, YouTube let other people know that we are live, and that helps us out as well. Like, subscribe, and share. We have 3 different channels. We collab ones with the other ones, and we're just one community helping each other out. In my part, thank you so much for being here. I love you all to the moon and back. Yep. Anybody else? Toodles. Check out the next one now. That's gonna be fun. Bye-bye.
Bye.